we have the opening round of the longsword between Serbia and the Netherlands. Again, some great movement there from the Dutch fighter, but also from this very, very large, but very, very nimble Serbian fighter. Again, some great crushing blows there, some huge display of strength from these fighters. Absolutely great shots to the head there from this Serbian. It's going very, very rapidly indeed, and well in his favor. So the Dutch fighter will need to keep that distance. And there's been a, yeah, there we have it, a slight breakage in the armor there. Of course, it gives the Dutch fighter a moment to get his breath back. And some great support now for the Czech fighter. The crowd are very, very excited to see that. However, the Australian is dealing some crushing blows there. Some very, very rapid fire here coming from the Czech fighter and from the Australian. That's a great shot to the head there from the Australian. And we're going to need to see an answer here from the Czech fighter because that was quite a crushing blow. Meanwhile, we go straight back to Netherlands versus Serbia. Again, you can see the concentration in the fighter's eyes there, directly looking at his opponent. Some nice, fast work there from the Czech fighter. But this Australian fighter is a force to be reckoned with. Keeping his guard very, very close. Well, both fighters are, in fact. I suspect that the Czech certainly has the advantage in terms of the comfort. We have some very, very new material there in terms of the helmet and, of course, the neck protection. Of course, with that open visor, breathing doesn't become a problem. Whereas with the helmet the Australian's wearing, then breathing is more important. A great shot to the head there. We got some great fan support here from the public in Prague. And there's some great shots to the head there from this Czech fighter. Some very, very precise shots. And you can see that, in fact, the Australian fighter has a piece of armor which has come loose. And very quite rightly, the marshals stopped it for adjustment. And safety first. And you can see, yes, that is the sun still blaring down. A little bit of shadow there. Some great attacking there from the Australian. However, the Czech had it covered. Some great blows there from the Czech. Very, very exciting fight. Good shot there. Again, defensive shot and a nice one to the head. You could see the impact of the shot and the follow-up blow. Massive shots from the Australian there. And we move now to the second part of this fight, the sword and buckler. Of course, the Serbian too will be engaging in the same combat with the Dutch fighter. So the Dutch fighter and the Serbian fighter touch swords as they get underway with the sword and buckler. Already some nice blows there coming from the Serbian fighter. Again, it's already been called there. The marshals have to break that one up. But you can see some swift movement coming from this fight as well. They get some nice lunges and leans there from that Czech fighter. Very, very impressive. Both fighters seem equally matched, I have to say. See the circle just come open there. The Australian, I hope that's not going to cause any problems. Some people do it for stylistic reasons, but wouldn't want that to be an encumberment. And some nice blows there coming from the Serbian, and that's been called. Excellent fighting there from the Serbians. Again, a lot of visibility in that that helmet, that Serbian helmet there. Very, very impressive movement there from the Dutch fighter coming through, and it's good to see a lot of energy shining through and a fallback there, but I think it was more of a slip than anything else. And the weapons were dropped. Let's have a look at this. And yes, there it is. You can see the Australian lost the sword and the Czech capitalized on that. Get a great blow to the That's there from the Serbian in that case. Of course, losing your weapon in any fight is never going to be a good thing for your campaign. However, it's a reality all fighters have to deal with. It's happened to everybody at some point. So you can see there the Serbian supporters out in numbers to see their comrades. And it looks to be it's a promising start for them, I have to say. So far left a good impression. Let's see if they can keep it up. Again, you can see, as I said before, so nice to see the people in their full costume here. I think you have to turn a blind eye about people wearing glasses. No pun intended. You can see the rope fittings they have there, like a boxing ring, which has been a stylistic choice more than anything. In fact, last year there were harder fixtures than that, but they've gone for a certain look. So aesthetically, it's a little bit different this year. And you can see the Czech fighter there in the background is ready for the sword and shield, but a couple of adjustments have to be made to the Serbians' armor before going back into combat. It seems to be a little more difficult than expected. However, the squires do, of course, work as fast as possible. And you can see that the Australian and the Czech have gone straight into it. It'll be very, very interesting to see it, if only we could. I think it was a very, very evenly matched fight. So let's see some nice evasive work there from the Australian, whose circle is totally open now. And you can hear the crowd going absolutely crazy for their Czech fighter. Struts towards him. Again, going for these nice shots quite confidently. You can see a bit of tiredness in both of these fighters. But this Australian fighter giving anything away. Blocked shots there. Some interesting movements from both fighters. There we have it. Sturdy block there from the Australian. An attempted swipe there, but just couldn't connect. And again, there's a good headshot from the Czech. And I can see that in this round that the Czech perhaps has the upper edge. Although the Australian, it has to be said, is proving to be a formidable opponent. We go into the final round of Serbia versus the Netherlands. Some nice work there, shot straight to the head, and there's the embrace at the end of the fight. And the crowd are certainly happy with the performance of the Czech fighter there. And there's a loss of the sword there for the Serbian fighter. Of course, I think that's the second time he's lost the sword, in fact. Quite disappointing, you can see here.
And with the result 2-0, the victory goes to Czech Republic fighter 2.
And the Czech Republic has outfought the Australian. Again there, the marshals.
And next on the list A, United Kingdom fighter 2 versus Austria fighter 1. After that,
So it's Austria 1, UK 2, Ukraine and New Zealand.
Fighters, please get ready and come to the list.
Srbský bojovník, který přišel o svůj meč, tak stále nemá náhradu. Uvidíme, jak situaci vyřeší.
Netherlands fighter 3 is a winner.
Netherlands there with a crucial victory. They've been very, very unlucky so far in this tournament with these technical forfeits. But now, finally, the Netherlands take home a victory, and we're very, very happy to see that. You can see the Dutch support there, just on the right.
Then we have the fight between the United Kingdom Fighter 1 and Netherlands Fighter 2. Then Poland Fighter 3 versus United Kingdom
In list
Fighter
A now,
2.
as you can see, we have the Austrian fighter against the United Kingdom fighter, and this promises to be a very, very interesting matchup. You can see the height advantage is not in favour of the United Kingdom. However, that's not necessarily going to make a difference. You can see on the right there, you've